Hey, what's up guys? It's Fruity. We're back with episode 9, I believe it is, of the no/minimal spin run of the original Crash Bandicoot. Previously I took on Toxic Waste. Unfortunately, couldn't get the gem there, and there might be some trouble afoot in that level when I do come towards getting the gem there. Then we defeated Pinstripe and took on the high road, crossing the bridge from Cortex's power plant to his castle. And reflective of his castle, we have Slippery Climb, where we climb up Cortex's castle wall in the middle of a storm, overlooking the sea at sunset. It's pretty freaking epic. This is my favorite level in the whole game here, Slippery Climb. Quite infamous for being pretty challenging. I do not think it's as hard as Sunset Vista though, definitely not. And you know, I like a good bit of challenge anyway. Cool music here too, definitely one of the best music tracks in the game for Slippery Climb. I'm not sure if I can get the gem here or not, but off screen I went back and got a couple of Aku Akus from the Lost City, because I know there is an invulnerability I can get here, which will be really useful for breaking a couple of boxes, which are usually very hard to break without dying if you don't have invulnerability, which you typically wouldn't. Anyways, I've been rambling on enough for now. Let's head into Slippery Climb. Man, I'm pretty hyped for this. Doing this level on video again, oh yeah, it's pretty nuts. So one thing I've realized I can actually do is just like pause the game whenever I enter a level, because I remember there's like 5 or 6 seconds before the loading screen goes away and the actual level loads up on my recording. I realized I could just pause the game the moment the level loads, so you're not missing out on Crash spawning in. I mean, it's not really that big of a deal, but I mean, when it comes to, say, bosses have these pretty cool intro animations, which you guys have been missing out on in the previous videos. So I'll probably show off those little animations as a bit of an extra while I'm talking about something else in the future. But for now, as you can see, this is Slippery Climb, big old stormy castle wall overlooking the sea at sunset. Freaking epic. Anyways, oh, the music continues even when it's paused. Interesting. Anyways, so it looks like I can break these boxes in the alcoves without spinning. I was hoping that would be the case, otherwise I'd be kind of screwed, wouldn't I? So yeah, getting introduced to the moving platforms here. These things become pretty crazy later on. Don't jump on the spikes down there. They do hurt you. Funnily enough, if you spin, you get some invulnerability frames, which you can actually use to stand on top of those spikes briefly and then jump off them again. That's what speedrunners do. Obviously, I can't spin though, so I'm not going to be doing that. It's pretty damn risky anyways. Oh wait, no, I'm not going to go then. That's not a good cycle. Yeah, I've played this level so much. I know all the little tips and tricks, because it is my favorite level in the game. I actually have like a permanent save state at the start of this level on my emulator, so I can just play it whenever I want. Yeah, it's great, man. It's great. Okay, now that is a tricky little thing there. We have to come out of the alcove and land on the platforms. There's one like that later in the level that's much harder though, and it's one of the scariest parts of the entire game for me, like particularly when speedrunning. But since I can get invulnerability here with this double Aku Aku, I shouldn't have to worry about that, because I can just break the boxes from outside the alcove. But typically you wouldn't have invulnerability here, because you lose all your Aku Akus after beating Pinstripe, and then there isn't a single Aku Aku in the high road, and there's only one in this level. So, yeah, you wouldn't typically have it. Anyway, we've finished the first horizontal segment of the level. Now we're heading up, Slippery Climb, living up to its name. This is my favorite part of the level. I do really love this vertical segment. It's got a great flow to it. This whole level just has a great flow to it. I mean, the aesthetic and music already just, like, put it right on top of the charts. Throw in a real nice challenge and a real great flow of the gameplay. This level is easily the best level in the entire game. I'm like, I'm like total fangasming over this level. Not just now, like every single time I play this level. Like any opportunity I can get to just talk about this level, I'll just take it and be like, yeah, Slippery Climb, boy. Slippery Climb. That is the only checkpoint in the entire level. One of the reasons why this level is infamous is it only has the one checkpoint. I mean, I didn't point it out before, but this does have the fourth and final Brio bonus of the game. If you get that, it acts as a checkpoint, but that one back there is the only, like, permanent, regular checkpoint. Anyway, that's the climbing segment of the stage done. And Slippery Climb, only about a third of it is actually climbing. Now, this guy I'm worried about, because I'm not sure if you can jump on him to kill him. Because he's very tall, isn't he? Look at him. He's like twice my height, jeez. Oh. I'm standing behind him. Well, interesting. I did not know you could do that. Alright, come on. Wait for it. Alright, you can jump on him. I don't think I've ever jumped on one of those guys before. I'd always just spin them because, you know, it's easier to spin them. It's kind of interesting seeing that little animation that they have disappearing whenever you jump on them. Anyway, these spinning platforms, they're pretty crazy. Basically, the way they work is they're moving back and forth and rotating at the same time. So it's like combining both gimmicks we've seen with these platforms simultaneously. See, they're moving back and forth and rotating around that little metal thing simultaneously. It's nuts. It's actually nuts. Love it. Well, sort of love it. It gets a bit ridiculous later. There's our second Brio token. We're actually pretty close to the end of the level now. It's not that long, another reason why I wouldn't consider it as bad as Sunset Vista. But it's not a short level. It's not a short level. Yeah, these arms, watch out for them, and be careful not to jump up into the spikes there when jumping off them. This level is very platforming oriented. There actually, like, isn't, that many enemies, really. Okay, now this I'm actually worried about, because the Brio token is in here, and you go to the bonus round, and then when you come back, you get the Aku Aku. That's typically what happens. That's spinning it. Jumping on it, I'm not sure if I can get the Brio token without getting the invulnerability and wasting the invulnerability. I'm actually not sure about that. That's scaring me a little bit. So let's just... Damn it! Ah, I wasted it. That invulnerability is so useful for getting two boxes just after there, which are really tricky to get usually. So it looks like I'm just gonna have to deal with getting them the typical tricky way. Anyways, this bonus. This Brio bonus is very fun. Another reason why I love Slippery Climb, this bonus is like the best bonus in the game. It's like the best level in the game, and it's like the best bonus. Unfortunately, this might be a bit harder since I can't spin, because there's typically a trick I do with spinning here. Yep, I'm dead. We'll have to come back to that. Yeah, I am not used to doing that bonus without spinning. Because there's a trick you can do. Oh, I keep my double Aku. Aku, wait. Oh, no, sorry. I was thinking about invulnerability there. Yeah, of course I keep the Aku Aku. Anyway, if you spin on top of a bouncy crate, a metal bouncy crate, of course, you'll actually stop bouncing on it. You can just stand there and you can control your movement a lot better without having to worry as much about the TNT being up top there of the metal bouncy crate. Anyways, we're coming up to the unbelievably hard this thing. So getting into the alcove, that's not a problem. Getting out of the alcove, yep, this is not easy, my friends. It is as hard as it looks. I'm not kidding. It is as hard as it looks. And I've done it so many times, but it never gets less scary. There we go. Minor heart attack. But with invulnerability, you can just stand outside the alcove, and your hitbox is so gigantic for breaking stuff with the invulnerability that you don't even have to go in the alcove for it to break the boxes. And yeah, because it's a tough level, they just give you a bunch of lives here at the end. Not surprised, honestly. And funnily enough, we're actually directly above where we started the level on the left side of the castle. I love that little bit of, well, not irony, just sort of a throwback. I'm not sure what you call it. But anyway, there's Slippery Climb. We broke every box and level. We didn't die, and we didn't have to spin at all. That's very nice. Very nice. I'm actually kind of sad I'm not coming back to this level. I just want to keep talking about it. It's so good. And another reason why it's awesome, it has a color gem, the red gem. Epic, epic, epic. The red freaking gem, my friends. That is the second color gem we've gotten. Very, very nice. I'm liking it. I'm liking it a lot. A lot. You hear me? You hear what I'm saying? A lot. I really love it. Um, okay. I'm not gonna worry about backtracking to levels with red gem routes yet though, because I'm pretty sure the levels that have them will actually force me to spin. Like, I don't think there's any way around having to do extra spins. So I'm not going to be able to do those levels during this initial playthrough, where I'm just trying to beat Cortex with as few spins as possible. Anyway, we're heading into Lights Out now, so we've climbed up Cortex's castle, and we're now heading inside, and unfortunately someone's turned the lights off, as you can tell by the name of the level. So we spawn in here, and Aku Aku's gone silver. What's this mean? Well, it means when we get Aku Aku, he lights up the dark forest. But don't dawdle, because his light goes out eventually, leaving the entire level pitch black, and you cannot see what you're doing. It's pretty damn scary. Lights Out's actually a pretty easy level for this late in the game. There isn't too much to it. It's really the sequel to this level. that brings it together. Like, this is just to introduce you to the darkness gimmick, this level, pretty much. It's the second darkness level which really pushes it. It's very challenging. So we've got some platforms moving back and forth too. Sometimes the cycles on these can be very annoying, but you know, you just gotta wing it sometimes, I suppose. It can be pretty scary trying to make these cycles faster for yourself while speed running. Because I've tried to do that a bit, not too much. Got some cool views out the windows there. You can see there's windows on the side looking out of Cortex's castle. I say cool views, you can't really see much, but yeah, it's still cool nonetheless. I mean, you get better views in a later level outside of the castle windows. Well, slightly better anyway. I'm so lucky I didn't get hit by that rat just then. So lucky. I kind of like how the corridor isn't just straight, it twists a little bit on these little pathways like that, makes it a bit more interesting. And now that we got pendulums, yes, watch out for these. They will hurt you, of course. And you might have seen it back there, but there is a yellow gem route in this level, so we cannot get the gem for this level yet. Have to backtrack to it. But I think I might be able to do this one without spinning at all. I think. I believe the gem route has a box stack in it, but I might be able to jump on the scenery on the sides for it. Anyways. Oh boy, oh, ho, ho, I just so nearly died. So this is the end of the level. I kind of didn't want to lose my light, because it's actually a pretty cool room here, because there's windows on the side looking out the castle, and there's a door with an N behind the portal here. N for Neocortex. Yeah, Neocortex, he likes putting the N for his name on a lot of things, you'll notice. It's on lots of carpets and stuff. Anyway, those are the 3 boxes from the yellow gem route, which we couldn't do right now. So yeah, pretty simple level, pretty simple level. We'll come back to it pretty soon once we have the yellow gem to get our gem for that one. Anyways, heading into another actually really fun level. This is probably my second favorite level on this island after Slippery Climb, Jaws of Darkness. The sequel to Temple Ruins, another Dark Ruins chamber level. Now, this one's a bit better than Temple Ruins, just a little more interesting in my eyes. And it's got a cool name too, Jaws of Darkness. Sounds really sinister, really sinister. But yeah, this level doesn't really introduce anything new that Temple Ruins already didn't have. It just, you know, makes things a little more challenging. No, it's not that much harder. I think maybe it is, again, it's a little easy for this late in the game. I'd still say Slippery Climb is a harder level. Particularly since there's only a few levels left in the game, really. This seems like a bit of an odd one for this late. And it's quite thematically different, too. We've gone from, like, inside Cortex's castle to back to the ruins we were seeing on the second island, you know? It sort of makes sense, because you can see some ruins on the map screen, and this level looks like it's, like, over the ocean, which I'm guessing it means it's actually, like, underneath the island, because, of course, this is underground. Like, this chamber's not going to be above ground, so I don't know, I think it's pretty cool going from his castle to, like, I don't know, falling down the depths of the island into these forgotten, ruined chambers of civilizations from the past unknown. Yes, I know I'm very poetic, aren't I? And you can see the earlier part of the level there on the right. That's pretty cool. A bit of a back-scrolling segment there. And I see I was afraid of this. There's actually a bonus token in that bottom crate, which I'm not going to be able to get without spinning. And of course, the bonus token isn't needed to beat Cortex yet. I'm not going for 100% yet, so I can't get the bonus token yet, unfortunately. Which is a shame, because it's a very important bonus token. It's actually the second Cortex bonus round. This level, following in Sunset Vista's footsteps, has the second Cortex bonus round, unlocking the second secret or special level of the game. It also has a Torna bonus, of course. Obviously, I'll have to wait to do that Cortex bonus after I've beaten, after I've beaten Cortex, ironically enough, when I'm going for 100%. This level also has a blue gem route, as you can see, so I can't get the gem route here either. Bit of a shame. Oh yeah, and spider jumping. Now they're starting to put those spiders over pits, which we have to jump on. You'll see a little bit more of that down the road. And here's a faith checkpoint. So you can just make it to it. We're not actually too far from the end of the level now, nicely enough. Okay, a bit of a tip I'm gonna give you guys here. This snake here, do not spin him at all, okay? Because he will spin into this TNT, blowing up all these boxes, including the Cortex token, which is in this crate down here, see? And you will have to replay the level if you want to do the Cortex bonus. Probably one of the biggest dick moves in the game, honestly. Because, like, how are you supposed to realize? You just have to learn to jump on that snake. Oh yeah, and this is a secret area. Pretty self-explanatory. That's another thing I love about this level. It has so much to it. It has a Cortex bonus. It's got a gem route, which is also quite long and quite entertaining, I might add. And it's got this little random secret area, which is quite fun and, you know, a bit better than Temple Ruins secret area. See, this is a good level, real solid level. I do very much enjoy it. Second Torna token here. And looks like we'll have to have a force spin here when I come back, because obviously I can't break that crate. Oh, how I do hate those bouncy arrow crates. They're the bane of a no-spin runner's existence. It won't be so bad in the later Crash games when I can body slam to break them. But yeah, this bonus, not actually sure if I can beat this one. I think you have to spin to beat this one, actually. I think, yeah, I didn't think about this. This is gonna be stupid. Yeah. Uh, Well then. Hmm. You can sort of go up here. I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just trying to distract myself from this ridiculousness. I'm not sure if that jump is possible. I think that, yeah, that jump is possible. I know that jump is possible. It's not that long. In terms of actually pulling it off, that's another story, but let's go for it. Oh, well, alright, well, what just happened? I made the jump. I walked horizontally to the right. Literally, all I did was walk horizontally to the right. And I fell off. What was that? Actually, what was that? Like, I just, it just fell off. Like, I was walking directly horizontal right. There was no up or down motion at all. And you're telling me, I didn't even know. There's the end of the level. Jeez. But yeah, good fun level, that one. And its out of placeness for this part of the game is both charming and odd. And yes, we missed a lot of boxes. There are a lot of boxes in the Blue Gem route. I must say that for sure. Yeah, these Dark Ruins chamber levels do have a knack for having a lot of boxes. As I said, Temple Ruins is the most boxes in the entire game, and Jaws of Darkness isn't too far behind it. I mean, Temple Ruins is 67. I think Jaws of Darkness has like 60 odd about there. I'm not too sure exactly. Nevertheless, I think I might wrap things up there. Yeah, then we've got good material for next episode. We did 3 levels in this episode, and we got a gem from my favorite level in the game, and a colored one at that. Look at that beautiful shape. It's all sort of squarish. I do like the red gems shape in this game. It gets a lot more generic in the later Crash games, the red gem shape. Nevertheless, join me next time. I swear I say nevertheless so freaking much. Like, you gotta stop doing that. Gotta stop doing that. Next time, join me when I take on Castle Machinery. Pretty interesting level. There's going to be something rather humorous that's going to happen right away when we enter that level. It's going to be good times, I'll tell you that much right now. Alright, this is Fruity, signing off.